about a time in your life when you were nobody. You had nothing. You didn't know who you are. You were an unformed mass. You were kind of a untested mass of protoplasm without any purpose, without any shtick. You had no paraphernalia. You had no accoutrements. You had no accoutrements. And think about life is about getting accoutrements. We need these accoutrements. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. To know who we are, things, equipment. Equipment, I'm talking about tools you need for life. I had no tools, man. And I was just coming up in the world. I was up there in college looking for an identity, looking for an act, a shtick, you know what I mean? And I had two friends up there who were models for me. They both already had shtick, man. They had really good ones. Charlie, fantastic. He was feminine and masculine at the same time, had a light skin, lovely skin, kind of north and south. He was Swedish and Italian. He wore rings on all his fingers except for one. He said it reminded him that he had fingers. And he wore these glasses, which made him look poetic instead of bookish. And he quoted. He could quote, man. He could quote a little Shakespeare. He could quote a little Longfellow. He could quote nobody. If you asked him for a quote about Shakespeare, he'd tell you this. If you asked him for some money, he'd say, "Hey, no way, Chief." He was quoting anonymous in that case. But he was incredibly cool. I admired him. I loved his affection and his friendship, and I wanted his attention, and I wanted to be just like him. And I had another friend up there. Also, fantastically, he had his paraphernalia, his accoutrements. He had a motorcycle, and he had a big head of hair, a big afro, Jewish guy with a big Jewfro. And he wore it in such a way it was so big he could actually use it as a jib to catch the wind. When he was on his motorcycle, he could turn left by just turning his head. His hair was so full, it caught the wind. He was great. And he did a double course load. He had endless amounts of energy. He was fantastic. He had I know this is a family channel, I suppose, but he said to me once, "Hey, you want to see my thing? You want to see my thing?" Just like that. I said, "Yeah, let me see your thing." He says, "Hey, you want to see it?" It was like a goldfish he had, you know what I mean? It wasn't something obscene or something like that. He just wanted to show me like his stamp collection. "Hey, you want to see my thing?" "Yeah, hey, let me show you my thing. Let's see it." And he showed it to me. And then we were friends because I knew what his thing was. I love these guys. I love their attention, and I wanted to be just like them. But really, none of us had any attention for each other because we were all focused on Renee. Renee was a glorious creature, a lovely creature. She was up there in this campus, and she was so unlike the other women we knew. She was unlike all the women we knew. She was not headed for some career where she would behave like a man and wear man clothes and talk tough and be unfeminine and be all nervous and stressed out in some office job, which is where everybody was headed.